Hi, Magicals, back for the full moon. Long time no see. Okay, so I've done a little bit of work on around what the full moon holds for us. Obviously, it's a lunar eclipse, it's super moon, and a blood moon. So I'll explain some of that to you now. I have just made some notes. These are quite a bit of information, so I don't want to steer you incorrectly. But it does make sense. I've kind of felt like a lot of the messages I've been giving out have a very strong recurring theme of change and letting go. And I know that we're in this whole energy of it, but I think you'll understand a bit more now why that theme has been so consistent. I mean, even this morning's chakra reading was about following your heart. And I think it'll make a bit more sense to you now as we go through this. Okay, right. So tonight's full moon, Sagittarius, okay, fire sign, Archer, ruled by Jupiter. I'll speak to you a bit about that just now. The super moon, what it means for those who aren't aware, obviously we see it as a bit bigger. It means that its orbit is a bit closer to Earth. The Earth and the Moon's orbits are not, the orbit around Earth, sorry, is not a circular orbit. So at different times, it's at different positions. And there are certain times, I think it's, I want to say twice in the Moon's orbit, that it is this close to the Earth. Okay, so what that means for us energetically is that as it gets closer, obviously it intensifies. The energies intensify. Okay, so the blood moon just means, okay, so the lunar eclipse, sorry, my mouth is going faster than my mind. The lunar eclipse is simply a case of an alignment of the Earth, the Sun, the Earth, and the Moon. And as a result of reflection of light from the Sun, the Moon then is a darkened color and it almost looks red. Okay, so the blood moon is simply a reflection of light, which the Sun obviously is able to do. Okay, so with all of this going down, okay, we've still obviously got the energy of a full moon and it's a super moon, so it's close and with us, right? One of the things that I've come about is that this is the kind of moon that can put you into your next chapter. It can actually like catapult you into your next chapter, okay? So guys, please pay attention to your rituals and things tonight. Really, and understand, and for the lunar eclipse, you've got the power is felt more strongly 2 days before, but also 3 days after. So we carry the energy of the moon for all of this time, like for the next 2 to 3, 4 days. And then you've got the lunar eclipse energy as well. It's strongest 3 days from now. So what are we today? We're Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Saturday. Oh God, on the day Mercury goes into retrograde. Oh, yeah, it's so exciting. Don't you just love it? Okay, so let's just talk about this. The moon obviously is our emotional compass. Okay, so when we're looking at our natal charts and things like that, we look at the moon as that it rules our emotions. So as a Cancerian, my sun sign is Cancer, but my moon sign is Aries. So I'm not as emotional as normal Cancerians are because I have Aries ruling my moon. Okay, now what we need to look at with this, the moon obviously also rules our intuition, which is why whenever you see card readings and things like that, the moon talks about, truths and intuition and things like that and psychic abilities. Okay, so what happens then when we have a full moon eclipse coming up? It really brings to the surface all of those emotions that have been repressed. So the stresses, the traumas, all of that stuff that we haven't actually dealt with. This comes up, okay? Now, bearing in mind that we do actually have Saturn pushing us to make changes as well, and big karmic stuff. And now we've got Mercury going in with the communication side of it. So it's about dealing with the speaking of it and expressing that, okay? So there's a lot of energy around now actually really getting to the core of what we've been repressing and dealing with it in this moon. All right. But what ends up happening is we end up having like a battle of light and dark with our emotions. And when we do this, when this happens and we choose to focus on moving forward and getting to where we want to be, obviously we then are able to have massive breakthroughs, dramatic changes, and things that then put us onto our soul path and where we need to be. Okay, so it is important to go inside this full moon, to go introspectively and to start looking at that kind of stuff. I know this is a very brief quickie of what's going down, because obviously with transformation and things like that, and when you surrender, you actually then start invoking miracles and things like that. So not all of it is doom and gloom, please. So I don't want you to walk away from this going, oh God, I wish I hadn't heard that, because this is truly about being proactive, about changing where you're at in your life and creating the life that you want, which, honest to God, was the chakra reading this morning. Okay. Right. Also understand that we set our intentions and things like that in the new moon. Full moons become culminations for what we are wanting to manifest. Okay. Right. So I said to you, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion, good fortune, and growth. Okay. So that's really positive. I know it takes stuff to get there, but the reality is it is on our side. Right, so a couple of things. It's kind of got that energy, this full moon, of go big or go home, and it is going to push us to what's the word I'm looking for? Dig deep with our belief system, our deeply held beliefs, our entrenched stuff. So that's going to be like your programming and stuff like that. Okay, so that's big stuff. So it's going to ask us to go really, really deep with that. But it also has an element of optimism about it. Okay, because Jupiter is it's a happy, positive energy. It's an optimistic planet. So this is not about like, obviously our emotions are going to be heightened. There is no doubt about it. So also bearing in mind that we are on the pre-shadow of Mercury, please think twice before, if you get irritated before saying something that you can't take back. That's more Mercury than the full moon though. But it will be an automatic emotive response because of the moon and things like that. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Right, we asked to look at our big picture goals and start shifting the stuff that needs to shift in order for us to get there. Right. And the one thing I read, I was very, 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 very happy to read this, and I just thought I'd end off with this quickly, is that it's kind of got that the sky is the limit kind of vibe. It's that really like just I can do and be anything I want to kind of energy. So rather than focusing on how hard everything is, because I know as humans we tend to do that. I think we're going to take work on all that. Rather focus on how much possibility there is for us to achieve what we want to achieve, and that there are limitless possibilities in order for us to get to a certain space. Okay, so please guys, really just look deep at that. I can't wait for my full moon ritual tonight. I'm really, really, really excited. But yeah, so it's going to be an awesome one, and I'm going to quickly go into our Astro guide so that every star sign knows what to actually focus on during this full moon. Okay, I was going to say something now. Sorry, the train left the station. Okay, I'm sure it'll come back. All right, so we're going to start with Aries. Okay, you get the actual full moon card and it says surrender to the divine. Now, Aries, we know that you don't like let life happen to you. You kind of happen to life, but you've done what you can at this point, and there is a certain amount of surrender that has to happen. Be careful not to control. You can do the work on manifesting and getting to where you want to be and releasing what you need to do, but then don't try and control the entire process. There is a huge part of the process that Spirit has to take care of. So please, please, please let that part be Spirit's job and surrender to it. Do not try and control everything during this full moon. Okay. So funny. Taurus, this is so funny. Okay. Here we go. Taurus, supermoon, emotions are running high. Okay, like I said to you, sorry, supermoons naturally amplify our emotions. So Taurians, please watch your emotions during this period. You guys are earth signs, so you should be able to ground yourself quite easily. Make sure that you're clearing your energy, and just make sure, like I said earlier, that if you respond with something really highly emotionally, what is that trigger telling you? What is unresolved? Use it to your benefit, okay? Let it show you what still needs to be dealt with and what needs to be released, okay? So that's for Taurus. Gemini. Okay, you got full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, nice one. So what Spirit is saying to me is that you've done a lot of work in the last couple of months, and during this period that comes up now, you will actually find that some of the stuff that you have been working on comes to that ending. All right. I feel like the energy they're giving me is that this full moon will be that last little kick to bring that last little piece of the puzzle to go into place, and it'll be sorted. Okay, so just persevere. I do feel like there will be one part that will come up that needs to maybe just be resolved or to be released. Okay, but nice one, Gemini. So you'll have a personal thing coming to an end. Okay, Cancer, the balsamic moon, a time for healing. All right, now I'm not trying to play victim here. I don't do that, but Cancerians, I think also because we are highly intuitive, probably the most intuitive sign of the zodiac, and empathic, we have had a bit of a rough time this last, I'd say probably no, not even 6 months, 8 to 12 months. A lot of Cancerians have been going through really, really, really big shifts. And a lot of it has been about stuff that we've been carrying for a good couple of years, like 4, 5, 6 years. Okay. In my clients, in my friends, really the Cancerians seem to have really been shifting hugely in this last period of time. So guys, take this break. Take this time to actually heal. Also to acknowledge how far you have come in your healing. Okay, that's hugely, hugely, hugely important. All right. But if your body is telling you tired, if you feel like you are needing something in terms of vitamins and minerals, like your body's craving, like for example, I don't know, orange juice, and you need vitamin C, do what your body is telling you to do. Your body and your soul need to heal. Okay. But Spirit is saying kudos on the work you've done, is what I'm getting. Okay, Leo. Right. You've got new moon in Aquarius, and they're saying bring love into the situation. Okay. Now, Leo, you're a fire sign as well, and you can be quite quick. You can be quite quick, and if you get upset about something, it's quite sharp. What they're saying is not just with others, but with yourself. If you're getting irritated with yourself, upset with yourself, okay, bring love into the situation. Work from a place of love and compassion and kindness with whatever you have to face during this full moon period, okay? It will only benefit you. And I do feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be a self-love thing as well. I feel like you guys are quite hard on yourselves. So during this period, make sure that whatever decisions you make, whatever actions you take, you're coming from a place of love, okay? Really, really, really important with that. This card keeps on coming up. Virgo. Okay, new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Okay, Virgos, you guys are perfectionists. You like everything done a specific way, but you don't always speak up for what you want and what you need. In my experience with Virgos, and there's been a bit, what happens is you may not say directly what you want, and then when things don't go exactly how you want, you kind of just get like upset about stuff. So this is saying to you, be honest about what you need, not just with everybody else, but again, with yourself. Full moon energy, looking at yourself, digging deep, getting past these blocks to get to where you really, 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 really want to be. Okay, so guys, please, this full moon is a big one for all of us, but for you particularly, make sure that your communication is on point and that it's incredibly clear, because obviously you've got Mercury dancing around like a fairy playing a tambourine. So just be really careful with that, okay? Right, we have got Libra. Here we go. The disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Sorry, I could not read that like that backwards. Take time to breathe out, okay? Right, Librans, you guys are all about balance. They're saying now you've been going. Now it's time to take a bit of reprieve from all the action, to sit down and go, I can breathe. Okay, please, this is really, really important. It is important to be proactive about dealing with stuff and doing stuff and moving forward, but we also need the breaks. Just like I said to everybody in the chakra reading this morning, I didn't put this out yesterday, which I was hoping to do, but I actually needed to take care of myself. I was absolutely exhausted yesterday. So just learn to take those breaths, okay? Really important. And also I'm hearing when something, sorry, my nose is itchy. When something stresses you out, before you react, just take a breath in, process, and then react, okay? Because it'll change your reaction time and it may prevent you from saying or doing something that you wouldn't normally want to say or do, okay? Right, Libra. Scorpio. You've got full moon here in Capricorn. The end of a rough cycle approaches, okay? Really, they're saying here, you also a water sign. I'm so sorry, my nose, something energetically has gotten up my nose. You also a water sign, highly empathic, deep, dark depths of secrets. Dig deep this time. Get that last little piece of the puzzle out and actually move forward, okay? Let the cycle come to its natural end. Don't be holding on to stuff that no longer serves you. It is not for your benefit. It's never going to benefit. And we know that Scorpio have got depths that, I mean, really like people just hardly touch. But the reality is you can and you need to at this point. Let the cycle end. It will only set you free is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that's Scorpio. Right. That's so funny. Sagittarius, how funny. You've got new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Okay. Well, Sagittarians, you've got a Sagittarius energy around you. Obviously, it's your full moon. The full moon is in your home space. So work with that. I'm hearing the word serendipity. So you might find that there are a lot of serendipitous events that happen for you over the full moon. Grab them with both hands. Take this energy, set your goals really high, work with this vibrant optimism to get you where you want to be while you're having to go through everything that you're needing to go through, okay? But it's a beautiful, beautiful energy on it. Work with luck and believe that it's yours for the taking, because once you believe, it appears, okay? So that's a really beautiful, beautiful energy to carry around with you in your home sign. Capricorn. Full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. Guys, you're going to dig deep here. You have to dig deep. This moon is going to, it's already started. I mean, I could hardly sleep last night. It's going to affect all of us in different ways. But for you guys, it's about focusing on the negativity here. All right. So whatever cycles and things you've got in your life that are really negative and that keep you like feeling meh and keep you feeling like you're trapped in situations, please have a look at this. Let it go. Okay, it carries the energy of optimism with Jupiter. Okay, please work with that, dig deep, find it, spend some time in meditation and connecting in with that feeling of optimism. So if you're struggling with that, think about the things that in the past that have made you feel happy and optimistic and joyful. Connect in with that, get that vibration up and going, and then you will start aligning with other optimistic things that then start coming into your radar. Okay, and into your energy field. Right. Aquarius, new moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Okay, big one. Again, our fears keep us in spaces where we are not meant to be. Our fears trap us, they keep us locked up, and we don't get to excel like we are supposed to. We don't get to do the things that we are meant to do because we hold ourselves back with fear. Okay, very, very, very important, Aquarius. It's I think it's a hard one because you're an air sign, so you need to actually ground yourselves. You need to spend a lot of time over the next like 4 to 5 days making sure that you're grounded, making sure that your energy is clear, and making sure that you are in a space where you are optimistic about what you want to do, but to the point where you're kind of using the energy of the full moon in a different way, the lunar full moon in a different way, in that the intensity of it propels you in an optimistic way and not in a fearful way, okay? Because you guys, you can tend towards living in what ifs and what could haves and what could have happened and things like that. So Aquarius, let it all go. Right, and then Pisces, the other water sign. Here we go. You got full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. Okay, so this is Spirit's way of saying just keep going. What you need to know, the things you've been working on, all of that is going to come to you. Just take a breath. It will come to you, but not in your timing is what I'm hearing. I know that we are all impatient and that we all want things to work our way, but everything will come to us in divine timing. Okay, but keep going. You're on the right path and the answers you need will be with you. I'm getting the word shortly. Kelsey's saying to me shortly. Okay, so I'm assuming that once the energy of the full moon has passed, your answers will start being revealed to you. Make sure that you're open to see them, because the answers that it does say need, not want. Okay, so just be open to the fact that the answers you get may not be the ones you want, but they are the ones that you need. Okay, all right, guys. So I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful full moon. I am going to be connecting with you again tomorrow for your chakra reading. I'm sending you so much love for the day, and I hope that you have a truly, truly beautiful day. And then tomorrow, I will do the chakra reading and then the twin flame reading. Okay, so sending you big loves. Have an incredible, incredible Wednesday, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Mwah.